I'm Dr. Sopchak here at the Sopchak Natural Health and Wellness Center here, and I just wanted to let you guys know that today we're going to be doing a webinar on whole body vibration, and this is my first time doing it on this format, so hopefully this all works out well. I'm going to get us started now. All right, so hopefully you can all see that. What we're going to be doing here is we're going to be talking a little bit about how whole body vibration works and what it does to enhance your function and help you to be a better person and to improve what you do. So just to give you a little bit of a breakdown, first off, whole body vibration was originally developed by the Russian cosmonauts. That was way back in the 60s. And they did it because when they would go up into space, they couldn't stay up there too long because there was no gravity, so they would lose their muscle mass too fast. And so what they did was they started using whole body vibration in order to stimulate muscle facilitation and get the muscles functioning better. And when that happens, then they were actually able to stay up there in twice the amount of time that they normally did. Now, how this actually works, just to make it simple, is really what whole body vibration does is it stimulates the body's natural stress reflex and it causes the muscles to contract. So basically, if you were to see your medical doctor, or even in my office, if we've used the hammer and they tap your knee, or they tap your wrist, your elbow, and your wrist goes flying up, that's a stress reflex, a stretch reflex that you have no control over. And that's how this whole body vibration works. So what happens is those stretch receptors in the muscles are called muscle spindles. And what they do is when they're activated, if you quickly stretch them, like hitting it with a hammer, if you quickly cause that muscle to stretch, it automatically causes a stretch reflex, and that muscle then contracts. Well, so what the whole body vibration does is it causes this reflex to become continually stimulated. And so the muscles, with the vibration, the muscles are continually being stimulated, they're continually contracting and relaxing, and that all occurs until the whole process stops with the vibration. Now, a little bit behind the science of this, it's actually used for multiple things. The machine, and you're seeing a picture of the oh my gosh, I think it's called Life Pro. It's the one we have in the office, and you can actually get it on Amazon today if you do Amazon Prime. I think they're $200 and you can get them for 20% off. I have another one that's probably about 20 times that one that works a little bit differently, but these are awesome because again, what they do is they stimulate your body by movement. It produces vibrations that transmit through your entire body. And so the vibrations will vary in different machines in different ways, and they vary in three different ways. One is frequency, one is amplitude, and one is direction. Okay, and so when you have a change in those parameters, different things change. So a little bit about frequency. So frequency refers to the amount of vibrations per second. So the slower you have it vibrating, you'll feel your whole body just kind of shaking. Okay, and it's really good. It helps with your lymphatic drainage. It helps to help your body to relax and recover better. When you get up into the higher frequencies, up above 20 hertz, what ends up happening is the muscles are going so fast that it's causing the stretch reflexes to go so fast that this is when you are doing exercises on it. And this is when you're doing these for strength and power. So the amplitude refers to the amount of the height of the amount of movement of the whole body vibration plate. And direction has to do with whether it's going up and down, whether it's going sideways, or whether it's doing both. And so depending on the type of machine you have, and depending on the type of outcomes you're looking for, your whole body vibration, whether it's the amplitude, the frequency, and the direction, will change depending on the different devices. So how does it affect your muscles? Well, first off, the research has shown that what happens is muscle strength, flexibility, and endurance are affected through vibration. So when you stimulate the muscles to contract, what happens is it can cause the muscle mass to increase because your muscles are getting stronger. And you can also improve the flexibility in the joints. You can improve the range of motion. And that happens because when you cause the muscles to move so much, they begin to relax, and it allows for better movement. And so when you use the machine regularly, because it's continually stimulating your muscles, what it does is it helps to improve your endurance. So that's a little bit about how it affects the muscles. Now, it's also really good for the bones, and especially for people who are older. Now, you guys know, some of you know that I just hit a new speed limit last week, and my bones are still strong, and I haven't had my bone density tested. But in any case, this is a mechanical stress, and we know that bones form on lines of stress. So the more movement and the more stress you put on the bones, the better and stronger they have to be, and they make themselves stronger. So when you're constantly stimulating the bones in a gravity position, standing there, it's going to increase the bone density, and it's going to reduce your risk of fractures. In fact, there's a whole bunch of different studies that have shown that whole body vibration sessions actually help people with osteoporosis to improve how they function, the strength of their bones. Now, you can also use whole body vibration therapy with rehabilitation and injury, as well as injury prevention. When you look at rehabilitation, a lot of times people can't get up and move and do full weight bearing exercises, and so you might be sitting on a chair and put your feet on the vibration plate and have it moving, and that's constantly getting those muscles to stimulate, which is strengthening those legs. If you had, let's say, procedure done for your knee, and you can't stand on it as well right away. But also remember that because you are causing so much vibration, and it's causing those muscles to twitch so much, not only are the muscles getting stronger and the bones getting stronger, but that's also going to reduce your risk of injuries, because the other thing that it does is that it stimulates something called the joint proprioceptors. Now, joint proprioceptors are these little receptors in your joints that tells your body what position you're in. Okay, so when you're standing on a whole body vibration plate and it's shaking, it's constantly stimulating those proprioceptors, so it enhances your balance. And we know that a lot of people, as they get older, tend to fall more easily, and so this is going to help reduce the risk of falling as well. Now, when we look at the vibration for fitness, one of the things that we know is that since the vibrations stimulate those contractions and they increase your muscle mass and strength and endurance that we talked about already, it's going to improve your athletic performance if you're an athlete. So this is something that works really well for athletes. Again, you're going to use it on a higher frequency if you're an athlete trying to strengthen, or any type of rehab, you're going to be using it on a higher frequency. If you have it on the lower frequencies, this is going to be great for getting stimulation for your lymphatics. It's also great for your bones, and it's also going to be great for helping reduce your weight, so that we're going to be talking about here in a second. So one of the things, there's a whole bunch of studies, and I'm going to show you a screen here in a couple seconds about a lot of the different research being done. But one of the things that they found is through the whole body vibration is that weight loss and body composition improve. And the reason that happens is, again, number one, you're moving, so the muscles are contracting. It's causing an increase in your metabolism, and it's also increasing your lymphatic flow and your lymphatic drainage. And I think that's the next slide that talks a little bit about that. Okay, so when they're doing some research on chronic disease management here, Parkinson's, fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis, diabetes. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different things they're doing studies on, and they're finding some really nice results. So some of the research, I told you we were going to talk about that. Cerebral palsy. Okay, so think about it. Cerebral palsy, people have like this spasticity, and if you use the vibration, it helps them to relax their muscles a little bit because you wear them out a little bit. One of the things that also helps with is autoimmune. So let's say somebody's got fibromyalgia. Well, if you have fibromyalgia, you know that everything hurts. Well, you can get onto the whole body vibration for a short period of time and get on and do some stuff without hurting yourself. You're trying to exercise, and a lot of times people get sore from the exercise and things like that. Well, this helps to reduce all that from happening. One of the another study they're doing is on gait, which is how you walk, on low back pain, on the muscle strength and power and bone. We talked about that already. And let's see, we talked about performance, we talked about reducing fat mass, and we just talked about Parkinson's. So again, there's a lot of research out and there's more. This is just a little bit about some of it. With diabetes, one of the things that we know is that it helps to improve your body's sensitivity to insulin. And it helps you to manage your blood sugar levels. And you're sitting there going, well, how is this going to help me manage my blood sensitivity to insulin? Well, exercise is very important for sensitivity to insulin. And so when you use the whole body vibration, you're putting less impact on your body. And a lot of people with diabetes, you know, if you have problems with your feet where like you have some neuropathy or you know, you can't do some of the exercise because it just takes too much wear and tear on you, you can get on the whole body vibration plate and use it multiple times, less intense and less the reduced the reduced amount of time doing it, and therefore it's not going to cause your fatigue to be as much, and you're also it's going to help with your pain. What did I do here? Circulation. Now, we just talked about diabetes, but remember, if your muscles are pumping, they're squeezing a lot. And if your muscles are squeezing a lot, what's happening? It's squeezing on your blood vessels, it's squeezing on your veins, and it's pumping that blood. And so some of the studies have shown that that there's an improvement in the peripheral blood circulation or blood flow, which is really important to diabetics because diabetics already have poor circulation to their extremities, meaning their hands and their feet and their eyes. And so again, this is one of the things to start to improve it. And there was one of the studies that showed doing it 3 to 4 times a week showed a significant improvement in femoral artery blood flow. So it improves that flow to your blood flow to your leg. And we also talked a little bit about the adiposity, which is the adipose tissue, meaning fat. And so it helps you to lose weight too, because a lot of people with diabetes have problems with their weight. Now, anytime there's any kind of something going on, everybody's always going, okay, so, you know, is this safe to use? Who shouldn't use it? Well, if you're pregnant, you probably shouldn't use it just because it's a lot of vibration. Is it something that that could cause a problem? Possibly, but the big part there is that if you're not an active person, you get on something like this, it just might not be a good idea. If you just had a recent surgery or recent injury, you know, just a couple of days ago, it's probably not the best thing to do to jump on this thing. Cardiovascular disease, I'm not exactly sure why they call that a problem, because to me it would help as long as you're not overdoing it. I think it would really help. Pacemakers, anytime anybody has a pacemaker or an implanted device, most therapies are not recommended. And with this, it's mostly because of the vibration, and you're going up and down, and there's a possibility that it could cause some wear on the tissues where the pacemaker's at. Epilepsy. People with epilepsy, a lot of things stimulate it, and you don't want somebody being on a vibration plate and having an epileptic seizure. Retinal detachment, that makes sense. You don't want to be shaking your eyes too much. Severe migraines. This one could go either way. Some people it could help with migraines because of what it does, and some people it could aggravate them. So there again, that could be an issue for some and not others. All right, so here's the question. What do I do? I buy this. What do I do with it now? Or we have one at the office. It's $1 a minute. If you want to get on it for 5 minutes, it's $5. You want to be on it for 10 minutes, it's $10. It's a great place to get on one and see if it's something that you really like. Like I said, I believe Amazon today has 20% off. I can get you 10% off anytime. So, you know, if you want to try ours and try it a few times and see how you like it, you're more than welcome to try it. Most people stand on it, and I'm going to tell you what the first thing you do if you don't have bad knees would be to stand on it. If your knees are bad, I would sit in a chair and start that way. But just standing on it for a couple of minutes, and when you stand on it, you stand and you check your posture, and you'll feel as you're moving forward a little bit and backwards while that thing's vibrating, you can feel your whole posture shaking, and you can feel it all. You really can feel it all the way up into your head, but it really gets your pelvis and your your love handles. It really gets them moving. So it's a nice thing to really feel movement in that area. It's something that might be really hard to do if you were on something else. And again, it's just the amplitude and the micro movement that it has that it stimulates your body to function better. It gets your muscles pumping. It moves your blood and your lymph better while you're standing there. So again, you can stand on it. I do squats on it. I also do push-ups, or just plain old put my hands on it and lean to try to get work in my shoulders, to help my shoulders to get stronger and to work better. So you can use it that way. You can sit on it. You can actually sit on it and have a roller underneath it and get like a massage. It says direct massage. That would be like using a roller ball or something while you're moving it on the machine at the same time. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with it. And if you have questions when we're done with this shortly, then I'll be happy to take those. In fact, I actually have a list of several different things you can do on it. I'll pull up at the end if you want to see that. So there's short-term and long-term benefits, of course. Most people will notice an improvement or a nice feeling right away. I love getting on it. I just feel so much better afterwards. And think about it. Anytime you exercise, it causes a hormone release. When your hormones get released, it improves how your body functions. It's mostly testosterone, okay? You're gonna get your testosterone, which is a good thing for women too. It improves your sex drive, it improves your healing, it improves your feelings of well-being. So short term, you're gonna get improvement in your circulation, you're gonna get improvement in your lymphatics, you're gonna get better balance and stability. It's gonna, as I said, release stress and tension. And those are the things that happen right away. Swelling, pain, fatigue, that can also reduce quickly. And flexibility is improved, mobility, better range of motion. All those things are short-term things that happen quickly. Over a long period of time, that means you're using it, let's say, every day or 5 times a week, or even 4 times a week. You'll see things like better bone strength. Remember, you're doing it a couple of times isn't going to increase your bone strength, but doing it multiple times is. Doing exercise, that's going to increase your strength, your power, your agility, your stamina, as well as weight loss, toning. So that all happens over a period of time. That's not something that you're going to see in a day or even in a week. But as I said before, you can start by sitting on it. Even people who are much older and are afraid to stand on it. A lot of times at our office, we actually have a chair that we place in front of it so you can put your hands on it. And remember, the vibration plate works with putting your feet in 3 different positions. Excuse me. If your feet are in the middle of the plate, like it shows on that, I don't know hope this is pointing to it, right here. If the feet are in the middle, you don't get quite as much vibration. The further out you step your feet towards the end, the more vibration you feel in your body. Myself, I go all the way out because I really like to feel that. All right. How does this increase your energy? So what happens is, remember I told you that your muscles will twitch and it gets that stretch response working. Well, what happens is actually physiologically inside what happens is there's these little packets in your body called mitochondria. And these mitochondria, what they do is they produce ATP, which produces energy. Well, if we need mitochondria to make energy, and using the whole body vibration can improve our body's ability to make more mitochondria, then we produce more energy. If we produce more energy, that gives us more fuel, that gives us more ability to do more, that gives us a better ability to exercise, which enhances our ability to work out or do more, which is helps you to lose weight, to get more fit. This is a great thing to do for athletes. In fact, most of the, I would say probably all of the professional football, baseball, and all those teams have them in their locker room. And I was just in Chardon High School's locker room Saturday, and I saw that they have one in there as well. So again, what happens is the more circulation that your body produces, the better you oxygenate your tissues. The better you oxygenate your tissues, the better the mitochondria work, the better energy you have. So even just doing this for 2 minutes, multiple, say 2, 3, 4 times a day, is going to give you a quick little boost, and it's not going to wear you out if you're a person who fatigues real easy. So Questions when using a vibration plate, practicing good posture improves. I put this in there because I want you to make sure that if you decide to use this at our office, or you decide that you want to get one of these, however you want to do it, really try to get your posture when you're standing on it, standing up straight, because all that continual vibration stimulates those proprioceptors, and it actually helps to improve your posture. And we know that when we have a posture that is slouched, it closes down our ability to breathe better. It reduces the oxygenation because you lose about 30% of your lungs' ability to breathe in. Plus, it puts stress on your upper neck, your lower neck, your traps, and then everything aches here. You get headaches. So when you are on the vibration plate and you stand there nice and straight and tall, it's like a constant barrage to your brain saying, this is how you should be, this is how you should be. And it actually will improve your posture as well. So that's another benefit of using this. So to sum all this up before I take questions, we talked about how mechanical vibrations trigger a whole bunch of different physiological responses, especially increased muscle activation, increased blood circulation, enhanced bone density, changes in hormonal and metabolic responses. The potential benefits also include increased strength, flexibility, balance, as well as posture, as well as overall health and well-being, weight loss. And there, again, as I said before, there have been some studies that are going out that are finding that people who do the whole body vibration are seeing improvements with things like MS and Parkinson's and all of these things. So I hope that you guys have learned something. I'm going to pull out of this for a second. All right. Well, you guys take care. God bless. Thanks for coming. And we'll see you soon.